What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another volume of Diarrhea of a Madman. I am your host, Johnny Deneen, and this is my shit show. If you were paying attention, watching, and not just listening, I had to show the stopwatch because I did a full, and I'm double checking right now, I did a full 3 minutes before I realized my microphone was not turned on. It's kind of shit that happens when you uh, do your own podcast because are bored. Anyway, we'll get into that later. So, let's begin. Start off. What's going on? Ice. I like it in my whiskey, and I haven't drank whiskey in 2, 3 years. Yeah, it was. Yeah, I had to stop drinking whiskey. It became a problem. Um, it was after I retired from the army. I did 20 years, so um, it was it's kind of weird. I retired at in February of 2020. So if you recall what was going on in the nation around that time, fucking COVID and the lockdown was like what, a couple months later. A month later, I think it happened. March. I don't really remember because, like I said, I was drinking whiskey like a lot. I was retired, so I was like, "Fuck it." This is. It felt like while the whole nation's going into crisis and whatever, I felt like I was doing what I was supposed to be doing, sitting on the couch, drunk, watching fucking shows, Netflix, all that bullshit. And I was, it started off just sipping whatever whiskey. Mind you, I drank way before this. I'm fucking Irish Catholic. My family has a history. Anyway, uh, I'm really good at it. But it turned, I think I caught and I'm not making excuses, but after 20 years in the army, I joined when I was 19. I got out, at 40 years old or just before my 40th fucking birthday. I'm still in my 30s and I fucking retire. And the pandemic happens at the same fucking time. So, if you want to see lazy amplified, and so I'm watching fucking Netflix shows and whatnot, trying really just who the fuck am I? I'm still like there's some people that still don't know who the fuck they are, you know, whatever. But I was somebody for 20 years and then just whatever. So it's same old song and dance for anyone that gets institutionalized. And I come across a Netflix. I think it may have been Netflix or Prime. It doesn't matter. It was a documentary about West Side Barbell because the wife and I were trying to do like some, working out, just we got to move around kind of thing. I was in the army for 20 years, so no PT was like a great thing for me, but also no PT felt like I needed to. You still need to do it. You just wanted to do it on your own terms. So I saw this documentary and West Side Barbell. There was a story in the middle of it. One of their guys was like this big fucking redheaded, ginormous motherfucker. And I forget Lenny. I don't know the owner of uh, West Side Barbell, but that his name comes off the top of my head. But they're talking to him. And he's like, this guy was the strongest motherfucker he's ever seen. This is coming a lot from this. And he said, but his partying was just too much. He would, spend his days in the gym or whatever, or work, however the fuck he did it. He would spend his nights just getting fucking loaded, doing a hell of a lot more hardcore shit I've ever done. But for some reason, the addict fucking button switched in my head. Like Oh, I could get really strong and fucking party. Sh- Let's try it. Let's try it. So, that's what I ended up doing. I would drink, I would get to, I would go to the gym and I started powerlifting. I was like, I'm gonna become a fucking strongman. I'm gonna do strongman shit. Mind you, I've been small my entire life. Like I'm only 5'7". Uh, and my whole life I was 130 pounds, 135. I joined the army. I got maybe up to at my like jackness in the army was probably 160 something. But when you get later in life, you go to units that don't prioritize PT like your previous units did. Also, you find ways to get out of fucking doing shit because you're just fucking old. Anyway, um, so we start doing some gym stuff, and then I see this documentary, and I was like, oh, I can party and become fucking big and strong. So luckily, we lived in an area where we had a gym that didn't shut down for COVID. So I joined that gym and shout out fucking uh, my gym. I don't know if I should. Doesn't matter. Anyway, I'm not going to. Uh, so I start like going in there and just figuring out, researching how to become fucking a strong man, how to up my reps, whatever. So my days become going to the gym, lifting heavy, going on my way home, stopping by the liquor store on Base, Class 6, buying a bottle of whiskey and 2 bags of cheese, the Cheetos puffs, like corn puffs. They're supposed to be like, yeah, they're like popcorn, but they're fucking Cheetos. Anyway, I'd buy 2 bags of that. And I'd come home and I would shower or whatever, and then I would drink a couple glasses of water, hydrate. I'd finish my thing of fucking water I had, and just then I would fucking crank open that bottle of whiskey. It would be at the earliest, probably noon, and yeah, and I would just watch fucking shows. And I mean, I'm not saying do this, but if that's your entire life, I managed to get to be the strongest I'd ever been in my entire life doing that. But also, I was also researching like diets, whatever, for strongman. So I was eating like lean chicken. Oh, chicken's always lean, but like lean meats like chicken and rice, all that bullshit. In between drinking a fucking bottle of whiskey. So, yeah, that was a fun little fucking tangent right there. So anyway, I stopped drinking whiskey. Was tearing my life apart in more ways than one. I ended up having to stop doing the powerlifting because I had hernias, both repaired. It's cool. I tell people I was in a prison fight because my my hernia surgeries were done by like this little fucking arm where like the doctor's like on the other side of the room, like in his head in a fucking like video game. He's operating me from across the fucking room. So I've got three little knife marks on going down this way, and then I got three going across for both of my surgeries because the hernias were in 2 different areas. So I had to stop doing all that. And so on top of me just being a fucking asshole to my wife and kids, so I gave up the whiskey, and I refer to it as my John Candy from Uncle Buck, his 5-year plan. The way to quit was like, all right, I'm gonna give up whiskey, but I'll just go straight beer. Like, you can't go from drinking a bottle of whiskey a day to Bud Light. It's you gotta drink so many fucking Bud Lights to catch that. Because it's so next best thing was IPAs. So I was like, Yeah, okay, I'll just drink IPA. There's like 8% fucking alcohol, and I was drinking Voodoo Ranger, and I would 8 a night, no problem. Until uh, I think the wife and I were watching like a cooking show or some shit, and I brought up something or whatever it was. I was ignorant as shit to IPAs, other than the alcohol by volume, which is what I was in it for. She turned and said something to me because I mentioned something about calories, and she's like, well, "You know how many calories are each one of those beers, right?" Oh, like 150, maybe. I see all the fucking Miller Lite commercials, and they're like Bud Original. Remember Bud Original? Like if you drank Bud Light, you were fucking gay back in the day. But 125. Oh, look it up. So I looked it up. Every single one of those IPAs I was drinking, it was like 315 or some shit fucking calories. No fucking wonder I am so goddamn big. Like I was like going to the gym, but I was having to work so much fucking harder. I was getting so much fatter, but um yeah, so I got off the IPAs, and now I only drink seltzer beers. So maybe a year or two more of this bitch shit, and I'll be sober. It'll just be anyway. What doesn't kill us makes us stronger, right? Or more of a fucking idiot who's paying attention. Okay. Speaking of ice, it's cold outside, which is normally you say that once a year. I'm finding it weird that like we got cold. Like I live in South Carolina. There used to be seasons like, when we were kids that like full on fucking seasons. There was like when winter came around, like fall was hitting. Okay, shit's about to get heavy. Cold is coming, and then it was gonna be cold 3, 4, fucking 5 months, depending on where the fuck you live. And then it was okay, rain, whatever, blah blah blah, and then it was hot as fucking shit forever until it started getting cold again. Lately, it's like we get cold and it gets fucking warm as shit for a long time, pretty like weeks, months sometimes where I'm at. And then we're getting another fucking month worth of fucking cold. Like I could see a cold front for a storm, something like that. Like, oh, there's a storm coming in from wherever. It's gonna be cold for like the next 2 or 3 days. There's gonna be a storm, whatever the fuck. But this shit's lasted fucking weeks now. It's I don't know. I find it. And that's why I'm talking like this all nasally because I gotta like for some fucking reason I developed allergies later on in life, and so uh, I live in a fucking state where because it rains all the fucking time, I live off nasal sprays. I have to do the pump ones, not the cheap squeeze ones. You know what I'm talking about? Ones you put back for. Because those ones like they'll clear me out completely for about 5 minutes, and then it's like 14 hours worth of just I can't fucking breathe. Want to stick a fucking shovel up my nose, a shovel. Anyway, um, so I don't know what the fuck is going on. Maybe I don't know. Maybe it's just time, but get the fuck out of here with that shit. God damn it! All right, we're already 15 minutes in. What the fuck have I been watching? I watched the new Running Man movie, the reboot, the one that they marketed that was going to be more like the book written by Stephen King. And it was. And it was. I just, look, I give it a 6 out of 10, and that's pushing it only because the fucking, the whatever. Glenn Powell was not the guy. Like I thought maybe, and there were times that he did well, but overall, that's not his role. I think Tom Hardy probably would have been more the man to go for on that one. I don't know if he's locked up doing something else, but I don't know what this fucking Glenn Powell obsession is with people. I don't. I tried watching that Chad Powers show on Hulu. I can't get into that. Like he just he's he's a villain to me. Yeah, like an obnoxious. I don't know. Just somebody I want to punch in the fucking face. Like cheer for this. For some reason, I don't like him. No offense, I never met the fucking guy, but uh, the part in Batman when Tom Hardy, fuck, Glenn Powell is the guy in like the stock exchange that he fucking slammed his goddamn head against the fucking desk against, and he actually gave him a concussion for that. And but yeah, I don't know. I can't. I don't like. It's I haven't watched anything with him I have really liked. I'm trying to say. So other than that, I like the movie. It's pretty good. The story's better. It's more, I don't know. Yeah, it's better because it's just better. It's better than the original, but I do like the nod to the original, having Arnold on the fucking new money. Cool move. Uh, okay, moving on. Fucking, I have phone notes in here. This may not go on much longer if my nose keeps doing this. Seriously. Uh, Most of these fucking notes I have are for like the wife and I show, so I can like get a back and forth. Uh, uh, like I don't know. Like I want to start an oops all food brand. You know how like Walmart has great value and like Target probably has whatever the fuck they have, but all these like Kellogg's and whoever else like Campbell Soup, like other fucking manufacturers are now making all this oops all like berries or oops all whatever fucking shit marshmallows. But I want to start a a brand of food that is oops all, and then it's just that, like oops all broccoli, and it's just selling broccoli in a bag. You All right, pause for laughter. Actually, it's probably not a bad idea either. But okay. Oh, I say people are in therapy more than ever nowadays because right, like therapy's fucking everywhere. You listen to a podcast, they all have the therapy ads. Well, they used to. Some, I guess they're just whatever in rotation. But you see them on TV too. If you got YouTube TV, the ads that come up for fucking therapy shit, all these calm apps, got that kind of thing. It feels like the world is like in therapy more than ever. We're fucking control more than ever, too. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe we're just more fucking aware. I don't want to get into that. Maybe I'll talk to the wife anyway. So, okay, let's get into everyone's favorite time. It is titty time. Twitter trend time. Where the fuck is my Twitter? Got a damn new updates on the phone. I gotta fucking realign my apps. It just it takes you like 2 weeks to fucking figure out like like the rotation. You ever like realign your apps? And you're just so fucking programmed to be doing like this fucking swipe left and hit like lower right or upper or right, whatever the case may be. And now you're in like some your exercise app now, whatever. Anyway, maybe it's just a me thing. Trend Verizon is trending with T-Mobile. Oh, that whole look, they all have the same. They all work off the same towers. Nobody's building new fucking towers. So what the fuck is going on with these goddamn companies? Is it are they renegotiating contracts to like who gets to power up more through their fucking towers? Because I don't get it. Like they all use the same fucking towers. They used to be a selling point for these like lower like Ryan Reynolds bullshit. They're like, we use their towers. You all use the same fucking towers. So why the fuck are the prices different? And why the hell like show us your contracts between each other. That's one thing. Fuck it. Uh the Jupiter. Ooh, what's going on with Jupiter? Live Avengers Doomsday Countdown Clock. Oh, okay. Wait, what is? I don't know what the fuck is going on with this. My shit is all weird. I need to stop looking up here. Or some dude from fucking sports, whatever. Damn it, it's a boring day. Fuck it, we're done. All right, before we go, we're gonna kill it with a goddamn Lemmy quote. Lemmy says, "Today, I'm asked why I don't get involved in politics. The answer is because all politicians are bastards. I don't trust any of those idiots. The louder they scream, the more stupid they are." Lemmy Motorhead, 2004. That's all I got. I just shit myself. Till next time, everyone. Like, comment, subscribe.